8 Habits of Wealthy People That Changed My Life. Most people say they want to be rich, but they live like they're running away from wealth. They work hard, day after day, only to see their money disappear by the end of the month. And the worst part? They think not having enough money is the problem. But it's not. The real issue is what nobody ever taught you about money. What you're about to hear, you won't find it in school or even in an MBA. You learn this from those who've actually made it. These 8 habits aren't some kind of magic formula. They're quiet rules that the wealthy follow while the rest of the world stays distracted. Habits that absolutely change your bank account, but before that, they change your mindset. And here's the most important part: anyone can apply them. Even if you're starting from scratch. Even if you feel like it's already too late. So, if you're tired of chasing money, maybe it's time to make money chase you. Take a deep breath, because once these habits become part of your life, nothing will ever be the same. Habit 1. Automate your investments. Picture someone trying to save money at the end of the month. After the bills are paid, after the weekend outings, after the just this once delivery. What's left? Nothing. That's why wealthy people do things differently. They don't wait until the end of the month to invest. They invest automatically the moment their paycheck hits. It's like they're saying, my future comes first. Everything else can make do with what's left. That's the heart of real financial education. Always pay yourself first. And when you put your investments on autopilot, something powerful happens. You remove the temptation to delay. There's no more, I'll skip this month because it was tight. You've made a promise to your future self, and that self deserves your respect. People with a wealth mindset don't leave discipline up to chance. Want a practical step? Set up a recurring transfer from your bank to an automatic investment, like an inflation-linked government bond or a dividend-paying ETF. You won't even notice the money leaving, but you will feel it growing. And here's something most people don't tell you. The less you need to think about it, the more likely you are to stay consistent. That's your System 2 thinking kicking in, rational, calculated, strategic. No more making financial decisions based on how you feel that day. Automation isn't just a tactic, it's a habit of the wealthy. And when this habit becomes second nature, it starts changing everything. How you spend, how you view the value of money, and even how you naturally start to live below your means without even realizing it. Habit 2. Focus on saving, not just earning. Earning more isn't the magic solution they made it out to be. There are people making a lot of money who are still drowning in debt and living with constant stress. Because it's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. Wealthy people learned this early on. They know that personal financial control is more valuable than a pay raise. While most people raise their lifestyle, smart people raise their savings rate. It's a choice. Take Marcos, for example, a mechanical engineer earning about $2,000 a month, yet always broke. Things only started to change when he began tracking his spending, cutting unnecessary expenses, and living by the rule: spend with purpose, not impulse. Today, he invests 30% of his income and is building passive income with real estate funds and dividend stocks. His salary didn't change, his mindset did. And that's where the real breakthrough happens. Most people are too busy trying to look rich, buying things to impress people who don't even care. But people with an abundance mindset invest in books, courses, mentors, not the latest phone. Saving is what allows you to invest consistently. Saving is what helps you build a solid financial purpose. And when you learn to save more and spend less, something inside you shifts, and that shift starts to change how you see real value and how you start to live below your means proudly, not shamefully. Habit 3. Live below your means. While most people are chasing their next purchase, the wealthy are chasing their next opportunity to grow. And it all starts with a simple, powerful principle: live below your means. This isn't about scarcity, it's about intelligence. Truly wealthy people don't need to prove anything to anyone. They've already figured out that status is temporary, but building real assets is forever. They don't drive the newest car, but they're driving straight toward freedom. Ever noticed how real millionaires are often the simplest people in the room? Plain t-shirt, modest car, but with a portfolio that would make anyone jealous. That's no accident. They choose value over price. When they buy something, they ask, will this make me wealthier or just distract me? Swapping consumption for investment is an art and a habit of financial discipline. It's when you look at those $150 sneakers and think, this could be a share of a company, a step toward my freedom. The game changes when you realize that every dollar you don't spend is a brick in the foundation of your future freedom. Living below your means is not a sacrifice, it's a strategy. It's what makes room for automatic investments. It's what gives you the flexibility to seize an opportunity when it shows up. And almost without noticing, this habit prepares you for something even bigger, a total shift in how you view the world, not with fear of loss, but with confidence to embrace the abundance that's coming. Habit 4. Develop an abundance mindset. This is where it all begins. While most people live in fear of what they might lose, the truly wealthy stay excited about everything they still can build. They think big, act boldly, and live with purpose. It's not about pretending everything will work out, it's about believing that the right actions create the right conditions. That's what an abundance mindset is, shifting from seeing the world as a battlefield for scraps to seeing it as a feast where there's a seat for you, too. Wealthy people make decisions based on growth, not fear. They invest in themselves, even when there's no guaranteed return. They take expensive courses, switch careers when they feel called to, fail, start over, and keep going. Because they know that failure is part of the journey to success. Want a good starting point? Grab a book like Think and Grow Rich or Outwitting the Devil, and read it like you're mining for gold. Because that's what it is, the right idea, in the right mind at the right time. Scarcity paralyzes. Abundance sets you free. When you shift your thinking from I can't to how can I, doors begin to open. You become bolder, more strategic, more intentional. You stop chasing money and start attracting it. And with that, you build the mental foundation for something even greater. The ability to wait, to think long-term, to make decisions that won't just pay off tomorrow, but 5, 10, even 20 years from now. Habit 5. Think long-term. In a world addicted to instant gratification, thinking long-term almost feels rebellious. But that's exactly where true winners set themselves apart. The wealthy play a different game. They're not focused on quick wins. They plant today, so they can harvest later. They understand the silent power of compound interest, which Einstein once called the most powerful force in the universe. When you give time the chance to work for you, the magic happens, quietly, but relentlessly. Take someone who invests $100 a month in a fund that yields just 1% monthly. Sounds small, right? But in 20 years, that's over $80,000. No hype, no guesswork, just conscious investing, consistency, and vision. That's why long-term thinkers rarely panic when the market dips. They know volatility is part of the ride. Like winter before spring, it's uncomfortable, but it's part of growth. Thinking this way requires a shift inside you. You begin asking better questions. Instead of, what does this give me now? You start asking, what will this be worth in 10 years? That's the line between a consumer and an investor, between someone living for the moment and someone building real wealth. And once you start thinking long-term, you can't help but wonder if maybe, just maybe, you should have started earlier. Habit 6. Start early. If there's one quiet superpower in the world of investing, it's starting early. And no, that's not some motivational cliché. It's just math. The earlier you begin, the less you need to do later. Time, not money, is what separates the average from the wealthy. The rich know this. They use their younger years not just to enjoy life, but to plant the seeds of true financial freedom. Are you between 25 and 35? Congratulations! You're in your golden decade. These are the years with fewer responsibilities, more energy, and the biggest appetite for risk. It's the perfect time to create assets, explore, fail, adjust, and grow. Want a real example? While some people are buying the newest iPhone, others are buying Apple stock. While some are financing their lifestyle, others are making their money work to build passive income. The game is different when you understand it. And if you're over 35, don't worry. The best time to plant a tree was yesterday. The second best time is today. What matters is not waiting another year. Because time doesn't forgive, but it does reward those who respect it. And the earlier you start, the more natural it becomes to think rationally about money, choices, risks, and results. That's how you start living with the same clarity and control the wealthy enjoy. Habit 7. Use System 2 thinking. In the game of wealth, emotions are expensive. That's why the truly wealthy train their minds to respond, not react. They rely on what we call System 2 thinking. Slower, logical, and analytical. While most people panic when the market dips, they take a breath, study the fundamentals, and sometimes they buy more. They know that price isn't the same as value, and a smart discount is an opportunity, not a disaster. Making financial decisions in the heat of the moment is like flying a plane through a storm blindfolded. You're going down. But rational thinking, that's your radar. That's your compass. Wealthy people use numbers, trends, and long-term vision before making a move. Want to practice this? Next time you hear scary financial news, don't rush to sell. Instead, study. Read company reports, analyze balance sheets, look at the bigger picture. That's financial control in real life. And the more you train your brain this way, the more natural it becomes. You start questioning your impulses. You filter advice. You make intentional investments. This kind of mindset, cool, calm, and calculated, is also the one that starts to see money differently. Not as the goal, but as a tool. A way to build a life with more freedom, more options. And that shift in how you see money, it sets the stage for something deeper, your relationship with it. Habit 8. Improve your relationship with money. Most people see money as a harsh master. They either fear it or chase it endlessly. But the truly wealthy? They've built something far more powerful, a healthy relationship with money. They don't run after it, they attract it. Because they follow a financial purpose that goes beyond bills and belongings. To them, money is a loyal servant, not a cruel boss. It's a resource, not the end goal. Once you see money as a tool, your energy shifts. You stop trading peace of mind for a paycheck and start carving your own path. Like the investor chasing freedom, not luxury. Or the entrepreneur choosing values over fast profit. Books like Your Money and Your Brain or Secrets of the Millionaire Mind show us that the way you think about money shapes your entire financial reality. Change your mindset, change your results. And let's be honest, this mindset doesn't appear overnight. It's built with learning, experience, mistakes, and discipline. You realize that money doesn't define your worth, but what you do with it does. The truly wealthy don't want money just to spend. They want the power to choose. To choose where to live, who to work with, when to rest. And that freedom, that's the real reward. Now tell me, how many of these habits are already part of your life? And how many are still on your "I'll get to it someday" list? The truth is, if you want a different life, you have to think differently. There is no financial freedom without first breaking the mindset that's keeping you stuck. Maybe this is your moment to flip the switch. To start automating your investments, saving with purpose, spending intentionally, and building the life you actually want. So think about it. Do you want to keep surviving or finally start thriving? Do you want to keep counting down the days till payday or watch your money work while you sleep? If this message resonated with you, if something inside you woke up, then hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join this community of people who are learning, growing, and building wealth with intention. Your next step could change everything. And it starts right now.